Hello, everybody, and welcome to Balancing Divine Feminine Ascension Frequencies with Aria Jade. I am here to help you expand your consciousness and come to a level of balance and peace and harmony, all while living in a very unbalanced and unstable, crazy world. So, many of you know that we have came to the end of a cycle, which was called a Kali Yuga, which was a cycle of unbalance and darkness. And we are now moving into a cycle called a Satya Yuga, which is one of more balance, more peace. And we are welcoming back a divine feminine frequency that has been missing for many, many generations. We've been living through a very masculine, polarized world where everything was yes or no, black or white, and many things were different than what they are now. We can feel things changing in our world, and we have to know how to navigate these frequencies and balance our psychological structure so that we can make this life our best life. Many people out there are not happy inside their own body. They don't have a dialogue of loving, trusting, and uniting inside their own frequency, inside their own meat suit, which is their navigational vehicle while we're here on this planet. But this channel will be one to help anchor you in love so that you can grow and expand your consciousness to its very highest capacity. I was directed to do this channel in, I think, 2022, and I've been trying to make it happen but have not done so. But this is the year to do that. So in 2022, during my meditations, I was inspired by Kali to go to a place here in town. I live in Gadsden, Alabama. We have a falls called Nakalula Falls, and I was to go there and welcome in the divine feminine frequency, which happened February 22nd of 2022. I didn't realize what all was going to come with that, but as I did what I was told, life has unfolded in miraculous ways since then. She let me know, she being the divine feminine, that there was supposed to be a broadening of the energetic stream of the divine feminine energy that is coming through every one of us. And if you are here on this channel and you're still listening by now, you know that you feel this deep inside you, especially if you are taking the time to nurture yourself, to go through each day, spending time with yourself, doing your deep breathing, doing your stretches with yoga or your exercises, all of the things that you need to do to be helping to heal you, along with eating better food, staying away from sugar, drinking plenty of water, and making sure the water that you drink is good water. We go to a spring here locally, thank goodness. It's 10 minutes away from the house. We collect the water in glass so that it never touches plastic. The water knows, and I'll get this as another video, but the water can feel your intentions. It can follow your frequency. And it is what the planet is made of. It's her lifeblood, and it's what our bodies are made up of, our physical meat suits that walk us through this life while we're here. So we should be paying divine reference to that water, showing it just how much we appreciate it in gratitude so that it will give us back that loving frequency of gratitude and high frequency of love. So throughout our talks on this channel, I will be referring very often to these frequencies, and you can find them on what's called an emotional frequency vibration chart. So frequencies can either feel very bad and pull you down when they come in as emotions, or they can build you up and make you feel very light, very happy, very excited. And that's at what our natural frequency should be for life. We should feel that frequency daily. And if you're not feeling that, there's a definite reason for that. And we'll talk about it throughout the videos on this channel. But the lower frequencies are when we are in what I call NPC mode, non-playable character mode. And these frequencies are frequencies of shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, and pride. And then at 200, when courage comes in, we can kick into those higher frequencies of neutrality, of willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, and then on up in the 700s where we experience enlightenment. Now, if you're here and interested in this channel, you are probably carrying more higher frequencies than you are the lower ones. And you've probably gotten to the point to where you cognizantly realize there's very much more to this life than what appears on the outside 3D shell of what's happening. We are responsible for carrying a very steady frequency within the vessel that we're walking around in. Many of us have been given a high call, a high duty, a higher purpose that we realize we're here for. If you, not if you, when you feel this call, you'll know that it's time to start making sure to balance this one, to bring in the highest frequencies possible, and how to navigate between the higher and the lower frequencies, because we cannot just stay in the high frequency realm. Even if we're doing our yoga and meditations and cleansing all the time, there's going to be times that we drift down into the lower vibrational frequencies, and we have to have methods, our go-tos, that help pull us up out of that, help get us back into those better feeling states. So we are all here to help navigate each other through these changing times, through times that when we look in the outside world seem just very chaotic and crazy. There is a way to harness that chaos energy and use it for our own benefit. There is a way to stay calm and stable through all of this, capturing the now, knowing that the ever-present moment of now is where the true joy and the true enlightenment happens. We have to shut down all the background screens of future, which is anxiety if you're sitting down worrying about what may happen. And we also have to shut down the background screens of past so that we are not brooding and harboring over things that are dead, because things that are not happening in the present moment, the only way they have the energy to reappear is through the memory of our mind. So we have to be, again, balanced enough and cognizant enough to realize those things don't exist anymore. unless we give it the energy to exist. So, how do you do this? How do you maintain an optimistic, happy outlook on life every day? How do you get to the now so that you can allow the frequency of the divine feminine to flow freely through you and give you the magic that life is supposed to be offering right now? Because we as a planet are rising in frequency. We're getting tons of coronal mass ejections each and every day as our sun molts or goes through a molting cycle to where it is actually upgrading and becoming stronger. So is the planet. The Schumann resonance in the planet is going up ever so gradually. So that means the energy inside of us is going up as well, giving us an extra boost to make it into that best life, to make it into the consciousness realm to where we know that our thoughts manifest things because we are the creators of this life. We are co-creators with that infinite intelligence, which we may call God, we may call Source, we may just call light. Excuse me for just a second. As we get to the end of the Kali Yuga, again, the imbalanced cycle of darkness, and move up into this new Satya Yuga, we're going to have generational healing. We're going to have a feminine energy that we reclaim and spiritual awakening. And this is happening all over the planet at one time. It is the Great Awakening. We are here for this new spiritual renaissance that is taking place. And we are the leaders. So we're going to realize, not going to, we do, because it's always the present now, realize our true power, our ability to manifest things from and through our thoughts because of the consciousness level that we are now in. We've gone through the 3D consciousness level, which is the 3D consciousness where you're working to get so that you will have. All right, so doing, getting, having, that continual loop over and over and over. We have been trapped in that realm for years. When this ascension path came to me in 2012, I could literally feel a ceiling, and it was like I could just think so far, and I could feel the heaviness of not being allowed to think outside that box, like I could feel deep down inside of me needed to be happening. And I'm sure that many of you have also felt feelings similar to this, but it was time for evolution to take place within this one. It was time for me to go further than I had been going. At that time, I was constantly reading the Bible and going through, and I even wrote 5 ebooks at the time. Forgive Yourself, Overcoming Depression, and then there were a couple of other ones, but these were the 2 biggest ones at the time. But I knew words could transcend time. I knew there was more than what I could see, taste, touch, smell, and hear. And I dug through the Bible, and then it took me further than that. Spirit came in, and I believed those words as truth. I believed truly that there was therefore no condemnation in those who believed. And I did believe that love conquered all things. I do. And I do believe that we speak forth the things that are to be. We manifest things through our thoughts first in the unseen world, and then we speak them out into existence, into the ether, which produces an energetic wave, right, that goes out and makes ripples, which is what your energy is here to do. You are here to transcend what your story has been, whatever your programming has been up until this point. The energy of the divine feminine is here to help all of us transcend everything we thought possible so that we can live the very happiest, most fulfilled life that we can while we're here in this short little dash of an experience.